Hi everyone, in this video I'm going to report an interview that I had with my friend. A few days ago he told me that he is going to open a new pizza shop, so he asked my advice about what kind of business structure that is sweet on him. First of all, I told him that a business is not just a business. Every business is unique, everyone has a different need, and every entrepreneur need to think about what their specific need to have for their specific company, for their specific industry, and final entity that going the best shape through their they need. And he asked me question, what consideration should we give for choosing an entity framework? And I told him that there are three main considerations we might think about. There are tax consequences, there are managerial control consequences, and there are also liability that we might concern about. And when we're talking about the tax consequences, we are talking about how the company will be taxed, whether the dividend or investor will be taxed. And when we're talking about the managerial consequences, we're talking about whether some partner or some other manager are going to be liable or some will be exempt from the liability. And finally, when we are talking about the liability as a whole, we want to think about the personal liability such as a personal loan. After I explained that, I asked him a few questions to help him choosing the business structure that might suit on him. I asked him about as he is not sure about his business plan, so I asked him that how many owners that his business will have, and he said that he like to operating his business on his own. He is as the owner and his wife as a staff. So I suggest him that he choose the sole trader, the easiest, simple, and cheapest business structure, which him as an individual owner. So there is no any other owner except him in the sole trader. And there is not a lot of things to do to set up the sole trader to do the registration, and he is very happy with that because he don't like the paperwork. So the sole when I said the sole trader, then he feel really excited about that, and he asked me about a little bit more question about that. In sole trader, everything is simple, which is make popular in Australia, and he's gonna trying to open a small pizza shop, so he don't need a big amount of capital, so he don't need to take a much amount of loan, which is good for him. Also, he has experience as a pizza maker for 5 years. Then it is good news that he know everything how to make a pizza. He know about the food hygiene, about how to set up the food. He just need to know about some idea how to start the business. And then he asked me about the possibility of expansion the business, and I explained him that in case of expansion the business, which means to raise the capital or increase the profit, he can go to partnership or he can go to a company in the future, so he has a possibility to expand his business, so this will be benefit also for him. And then he asked me about the existence of the company. He asked me till when the company will be exist, whether he is able to give the company to his son or not. And I told him that about the existence of the company, upon of the death of the shareholder or the owner of the cell trader, the company will automatically will be dissolved, so his pizza shop will be shut down automatically in his death. So in that case, he can make a pre-agreement where in that pre-agreement written that upon of his death, that or if something bad happened to him, that he can overhand the business to his wife. So in this case there is no worries about that. And I explained him about his liability as a sole trader, which is a really risk because all the liability is going to him, and he is very concerned about that. And I suggest him to take any insurance for the property so that he has a little bit protect for his property. And in the end, he thanks me that I make him clear about the sole trader. And during the interview, he listened to my advice nicely. And in my opinion, to give advice about the business, we should know our client need because different client has a different need. So if that client want to make a sole trader, then we should not give advice about the partnership. I think that's enough today for me from me. So see you next time. Bye. Thank you.